I don't even know how much battery I have left. Okay. I don't want to actually switch it to change anything, but I think I saw like over half. That's the beautiful thing about DJI. This is not even sponsored, guys, but you know, I just filmed a whole video with the Super Veloce, and now we're filming another one, potentially a sad one with the Fireblade. I mean, you guys saw the title and the thumbnail, but we're gonna ride it. We're not dropping her off today, but we're gonna ride it, and yeah, potentially one of our few last rides, potentially. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I was looking at the tail and I'm like, I don't know why I didn't take off those turn signals earlier. I never use them anyways. It looks so much cleaner with those. But yeah, look at that. We all have, this is also not sponsored, but look at that. We have all three titanium SC Project cans, an Aprilia, a ZX-10R, and my Fireblade, all with SC cans. So loud. The Blade. We might also, I put on the track fairings from a Motopart for, you know, like that install video and all that, and they were supposed to be track fairings because I wanted to take this bike to the track, but now that I am potentially selling it, I think we might just throw back the OEM fairings. I don't really know, so we'll see. This video is kind of like to talk to you guys about the Fireblade, because I think we are officially like selling her. I'm gonna talk to the Molly guys. I'm gonna talk to Victor as well. The Aprilia, they sound so nice, man. They're so unique. Still, in my opinion, the Aprilias and the MV Agustas, like my Super Veloce, are one of the like nicest kind of tone. They just sound sick. I was saying that I will talk to Victor and I'll see if he would be willing to take a trade-in with this bike when the MV Agusta sells. Because if he is, I feel like that makes it a lot easier. I'll get probably like a little bit less money. But you know, if the rest sells, as soon as that sells, I can have this, and then when the rest sells, then we'll trade in the Fireblade directly. But if he's not down to do that, then we'll probably have this being sold at Molly. We were gonna do a carbon project with this thing, but we switched that project to a different bike, which will be announced soon. Maybe. This is going to be one of these yapping videos. We're not going to be doing anything crazy. It's mainly just talking about the Fireblade. So, riding the Super Veloce and the Fireblade back to back. The Super Veloce is actually so much more comfortable than this, and they feel so different. Even though this has aftermarket rear sets, which are set to a more comfortable setting, it's still this is such a like just track race bike. It's so aggressive. Man, this weather has been so all over. Earlier when riding Super Veloce, I was almost sweating. It was a beautiful day out, but you know, it was on the warmer side, and now the sun is setting. It's literally chilly, and I'm like, ooh, it's a little cold. Not too bad though. Whenever you pass a bridge or a tunnel, you gotta give her a little rev or a mini flyby. Aprilias, they sound so unique, man. I really want to have another Aprilia. Nice. Especially with the SC. Nice little sunset ride. I just wish it was warmer. Like earlier it was such perfect weather. I like it hot, not even warm. But you know, it's better for the bikes when you have it cooled down. Maybe I should ride the HP4 race before, you know, actual riding season while it's still winter. Alright, well, you guys saw the title thumbnail. I am officially decided, like, for sure. I don't know, unless I could always like change my mind. Oh, Vlad, hello. unless I change my mind for whatever reason, which is very unlikely. Usually when I'm set on something like the Rush, you know, now that I'm set, it's already there being sold. Like, it's very hard for me to kind of like take that back and change my mind. So same thing with this. I feel like as soon as we drop off, like I talked to you guys, I think that's a plan which I just really just came up with as I'm talking to you guys. I'm gonna talk to Victor and see if he'd be willing to, probably in the next couple of days, since I'm gonna be taking the Super Veloce actually to him. I'll talk to him there and I'll ask him, hey, like, if you're interested, so we can get the ball moving faster on the Trenta. You guys think I already got the Trenta? I didn't, man. First of all, I don't have room in the garage, and second of all, I'm trying to sell the Rush and this bike so I can fund the Trenta. You guys know that I recently got the Super Veloce, and you know that's still a pricey bike. So, and the Trenta is a very expensive bike too. So, holy, why is there traffic here? Hopefully he's going to be cool with that, because that way it's going to be a lot faster than having to sell two separate bikes. Obviously those take a little bit longer to find the right buyer and all of that. I'm going to be selling both competitively. If you guys aren't aware, then my MV Agusta Rush, which is a very niche bike, these are way more in demand, so I'm not really as worried about selling the Fireblade, but still it would make it a lot easier. So if we do sell the Rush, then this wouldn't be a problem if, you know, I give it to you as a trade-in and then he can sell it. In the meantime, I like I was saying in the start of the video, I really wanted to take this bike to the track. I feel like out of all my bikes, it's probably would be one of my favorites to track. It's just the way it feels, the geometry of the bike, the way it's set up, the power, like everything about it feels great. It feels really well balanced. There's not really like much that I would like to change about it. Probably I would change my levers and master cylinder for like better braking, but besides that, the bike feels one of the best straight out of the box, especially after, you know, doing the power mods, the tune, the full exhaust and all of those stuff. But yeah, man, I've always talked about how much I love the Fireblade. It's one of the most, if not the most underrated bikes for the price. The only two bikes that are really crazy and are a good price are the Fireblade and the H2. They're pretty much about the same price MSRP, and they're both, I mean, you guys know the H2. Some people hate it, some people love it, but the Fireblade I feel like is more likable because it's not like just a straight line bike. This bike is fast on the straight lines, this bike is fast on the track, in the corners, everything. It has really great tech, it looks amazing, it sounds amazing. There's really not much to hate about on this thing. It's supposed to be very reliable. Now I have seen that, you know, they might not be as reliable as the regular, what are they called? CBR, like regular RRs, because this is a Fireblade RRR SP. This engine makes a lot more power. It's a different platform than your typical Hondas. They're definitely, since it's a track bike, they're definitely more, I would say, temperamental. I haven't had any issues with them. The only thing mine has, which is not really a true issue, but it has a slight low idle if I'm just starting my ride and I turn on the bike. This dude is on his phone with the truck, swerving into me. And yeah, that's the only thing, is that like it only happens right when I start the bike, like within the first pretty much like couple minutes, where the bike starts idling like really low and really high. But that's more of a like tuning thing, but still it's kind of like they're a little more touchy when you're tuning them, when you're doing all that stuff with them. And this bike obviously has velocity stacks, the full Acro titanium headers, as well as the SC titanium slip-on. So it has a full titanium system in a tune and all that, and I think the tune could be adjusted. BT Moto could sort it out, but it just never been very worth it for me, so that's why I never kind of got it taken care of, because it's a lot of work to take this bike all the way to them to the dyno. Because I was like, if I'm sorting this out and I'm adjusting the tune, might as well take her to the dyno and get like a dyno tune instead of just a flash. Another thing that's fixable, of course, would be the wheels for a $30,000 bike. And I'm not saying that's MSRP, and I'm not saying that it's missing that, but I feel like it would have been nice for Honda to add at least forged wheels. If not, then they could have at least added an option, you know, for some people that are like, hey, it comes with these regular cast wheels, which are, you know, standard and very heavy, but for an extra, I don't know, like $2,000 or something like that, upgraded forged wheels, or maybe even carbon wheels. But the least they could do is like forged aluminum, which are not as pricey, and I think that would be a lot more high-end for such a crazy flagship bike. But like I was saying, you know, if you get a Fireblade and that's your dream bike, you can easily just get your preference when it comes to wheels, get carbon or, you know, forged magnesium, forged aluminum. There's a lot of options that you can choose from, so it's not a big thing. But yeah, I guess technically these are the only two things that I could talk about the Fireblade, where not that it could be improved, just, you know, you gotta be aware of that, like, yeah, the wheels could be improved, but the riding position is extremely aggressive on these, which is why it would make for a perfect track bike, and that's why ideally I would love to take it to the track. But for those that don't know, the track that I used to go to the most used to be about an hour away, and that one shut down, unfortunately, which I believe we did the last M1000 RR. The last time we were there, we were on the M1000 RR, and the first track day there was on the R1M. So unfortunately, that one shut down, and the other tracks around me are around like 4 hours away. So unfortunately, that's not really an option. Okay, dude. So yeah, that's just a rundown. This whole video is like pretty much talking about how good the Fireblade is and the fact that I'm selling it. I really don't want to sell it. Ideally, if I have a bigger spot, I could potentially wait a little bit longer, save up a little more money, and then get the Extrenta and just sell the Rush, because I'm selling the Rush at around, I think Victor has it listed at like $38,000. But I'm gonna say this in the video right here, so for those that stuck around and watched this video, if you're interested in the Rush and you watched this video, reach out to Victor and mention this video right here, and mention the timestamp too where I said this, so you know it's proof, and I'll give you $1,000 off. So whatever I think it's listed at, what, at $37.38, you'll get $1,000 off, and you can take it for, well, if it's listed at 38, then 37. If it's listed at 37, then 36. So literally, if you're watching this video, that's $1,000 off if you're interested in my Rush, just because I would like if one of the fans have it. I mean, I would also love if one of the boys, one of the homies ended up getting the Rush, so we can keep her around, because it's such a unique bike and I put so much money into it. But also, I would like one of my fans to have it. So, but yeah, I think I will be selling the Fireblade. If I want her gone really quick, probably like 27, I would say. I think that's a more of a fair price given how much work this bike has. I think they go for around, like, a really good deal would be mid 20s, which is like around, I feel like 25 is average what you see them go for like a stock one or something like that, which is an insane deal for these. I'm pricing it slightly over the 25 mark at like 27, simply because, you know, this bike is very done up. I mean, the exhaust system alone is about $3,000-$4,000, besides the stacks and the tune. Just in that stacks, tuning exhaust stacks, is about $5,000, let alone all the other parts that it has on it. Like I was saying, this is a completely done up bike. The only thing is missing is just some carbon fiber for aesthetics, and that's all. Oh, he couldn't make it, even though I tried to tell him I pointed for it, but he couldn't stop in time. We'll just wait for him here so he doesn't get lost. There he is. Man, I like this bike so much, I don't want to get rid of it. If this video, this is so not gonna happen, but that's why I'm saying it. If this video gets 15,000 likes, oh my god, what am I doing? If this video gets 15,000 likes, I will not sell the Fireblade. I'll keep her and we'll still get the Extrenta. How about that? 15,000 likes. So if you really want me to keep this, please drop a like and share it to a lot of people. I've had way more than that in some of my videos, so. Yeah, I love this thing, man. I really don't want to get rid of it. And I would like to either keep these fairings and do more, like I was saying, I'll do like carbon, and in some areas, you know, clean her up a little bit more. I figured you'd hear that. No worries, you're good. I really don't want, that's what I'm talking about in this video. Is like, I really don't want to get rid of it, but The Extrenta is expensive, man. It's the price of like 2.5 Fireblades, pretty much.
2 Fireblades and probably like a bone stock M1. I'm an R1.
Yeah, like literally about 2 Fireblades and an R1 is the price of that Extrenta, so we gotta make some sacrifices. I would keep her in gear, by the way, guys. A little slanted, just to be on the safe side. What do you guys think? Like, honest opinion, do you guys like these fairings or do you like the OEM better? Honest opinion.
Honest opinion, like bone stock, like from the heart.
Yeah.
I like these better. I like these better.
These better than the OEM?
I'm not a fan of like the regular ones. I was with one yesterday with Steve.
Yeah. The red and all that?
Red and blue and white.
Yeah, yeah.
Although, but the red, blue, and white does add the classic color to it.
Yeah, it is a classic, okay.
Yeah.
If I didn't know bikes, I would just say this thing is sleek, clean.
I know. To the naked eye, like to someone who doesn't
Yeah.
know bikes at all, like they would call you insane for training it in.
I know, I don't want to, man. And it feels amazing, especially like right now. That's why I wanted to ask you guys, because right now it looks a little rough since it's not finished. But I was going to order these, but they literally had only one side available and the other's out of stock. I'm like, how's that? Nah, it's like a proper emblem, so I feel like when you peel those, usually like you'll bend it or something.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't want to mess it up. So besides that, a tank cover for her and remove those kind of rim tapes since they don't go as much with the bike anymore. Yeah. Well, I'm glad both of you guys like this setup. It's different for me because I'm like, I love the way it looked. It looked kind of like what you're saying is like more classic and OEM. Yeah, I already got messed up with rock chips. So my buddy bought an H2 from here. And we rode together, and I was just like trying to film him, so I stayed behind him, and I got rocked with like raw chips from that H2. Yeah, it happens. It happens. That means she's ridden. I'll fix her up.
Like you said,
Black Sharpie, man. That's all my bikes have black Sharpie in them. That's the best way for rock chips. Honestly, I told the people if I highly doubt it'll happen, but if this video gets 15,000 likes, I'll keep her and I'll get the Extrenta. That's too many likes. For 15,000 is a lot for a random video like this. 15, yeah. Well, no, that's on Instagram gets a lot more likes than YouTube. Yeah, it's different. YouTube doesn't get as many likes. Yeah. So this is gonna be a video on YouTube, and if it gets 15,000 likes, then I'll keep her and I'll get the Extrenta. So it's very doable. We'll see how the fan base wants me to keep this or not. I want to keep it, so drop a like, please. Even though it'll cost me a lot more to get the Extrenta. Here we are again. Any progress on Steve's bike? Waiting on his plates? Oh yeah, the entire clutch setup is out. Yo. Okay, you're the Aprilia guy, and you have the 1100 factory. Oh, do you want the new 1100 factory? Oh, okay, I didn't ask. I thought you wanted the same one as mine. I was gonna say, dude, it's an R660. That's not. Yeah, dude, this thing has been around for a while, but an SP1 is like one of my favorite Ducatis besides the R. And look at the exhaust. It has the full titanium Undertale SC. This thing sounds insane. Please, if you don't do the Aprilia, get one of these or this. This one, I know. It's crazy that, I mean, I have good taste, you know?
I don't got a car to worry about anymore, so.
Yeah, dude, the SC one is way cooler than the Acura Undertale.
I know they have these on the Ducatis.
Yeah, the Acura, yeah, the Ducatis come with the Acura Undertale. But the SC just looks so sick. Yeah, I actually almost bought this exact one like years ago. It used to be at a different dealership, a car dealership. And he tried selling it to me, and I was going to take it if he gave me pretty much this price. If he gave me this price, I would have taken it. But at the time, they wanted like 15,000 more. They wanted 50K for it at the time. And I was like, bro, nobody's going to buy it for 50K. That's what I'm saying. And it was on consignment, so they couldn't do much. The most they could do, they were like, oh, we can take like $5 grand off, but take off the exhaust. I'm like, no, I want it because of the exhaust. Yeah. So that's why I was like, yeah, I still had the V4R at the time, but I really like this. The SP1 looks sick, like the satin black with the red. So I really wanted 2 Ducatis, but it never happened. Which I never had. I've had 1199 the way before. Yeah, that one got sold like really long time ago though. That's like kind of start of the channel before I even like posted a lot. Yeah, but I've only had my V4R. I've had a V4S full carbon one that I wrecked. I crashed that one. Yeah, that was my first wreck. But yeah, this bike has been following me around, man. Huh?
I was like a million likes.
A million likes. You know what? If I get a million likes, I'm gonna get all of these bikes, and I'll give up all of them besides that one to the fans. How about that? A million likes is crazy. The M1000? Good taste. Good taste. R1M is an amazing bike. This one is amazing. I personally would probably, out of everything here, I would probably, I mean, besides the SP, obviously, I would take the M1000 by far. Like, these two are in a different league from everything else here. The R1M is the only thing, like, I would say
Keep up with these two bikes.
this just has more of the looks and the aggressiveness and the sound and everything. This is more like speed, smooth technology. So they're very different, but they're both the same level, I would say. And then slightly, I would say like a whole level under would be at the R1M.
Yeah.
And then everything else under that.
Well, R1M I can definitely afford. Besides these two.
R1, dude, R1, yeah, see, that's the thing. And when you go based on the price, like these are about the same price, even though this is like, what, $4,000 more than this or $3,000 more than this? But it makes sense. This is way more done up than this one being all stock. But this is almost brand new. This is 125 miles. So this is actually an insane deal. But yeah, for the money, the R1Ms are an insane deal. You get the speed, you get the sound, you get the look, you get the carbon, you get a ton. It's definitely not as powerful as those or as good of tech as those, or even aesthetics is, you know, preference. I don't know. What do you guys prefer looks-wise? The R1M, M1000RR, or a V4 SP? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious to know. Which one do you guys think look at, or rank them, you know? For me, in my opinion, V4 SP is the best looking one. And then in second place, I think in second place, I'm going to give it a tie for the R1M and the M1000RR. Yeah. I'm going to give, like, let's say based on looks, this SP is like a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give both of those like an 8 out of 10. The R1M and the M1000RR. So that's subjective, but yeah, the sound, definitely I feel like the R1M sounds the best out of everything. And the power, it's the Ducati, then the BMW, then that. So personally, I would go Ducati and then tied. If I really had to choose, I'm not going to cheat. If I really had to choose, probably, you know, V4 SP, M1000RR, and then R1M overall. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about those. Oh yeah, and I was talking about the HP4 race. That's why I went there. My ADHD kicked in, man, and I completely forgot because I got distracted by all the pretty bikes. The HP4 race right here, this is on consignment, so you know it belongs to someone. It's not Molly Motorsports, therefore I can't really ride it. I mean, unless they ask for permission, all that. But I don't want to be, you know, that guy that like, hey, can this dude like ride, review a bike? I don't want to be annoying or, you know, make the person uncomfortable. I mean, he can say no, but still, I don't want to bother since it's like an actual person that's selling their HP4. So we were going to do a ride review, but I'm pretty sure Molly at some point are going to get another one of those. So at some point we'll do a review of the HP4 so I can give you guys a comparison between this and the race that I have, the HP4 race, since they're completely different, as I always say. We're going to talk some business with the Molly guys, and I'll tell them about the Fireblade and everything that's going on. And then after that, we'll ride out of here.
Hope you pull up with the R10 next time, dude.
The helmet? Yeah, the R10. Maybe, we'll see.
We'll see, dog.
Yeah, I definitely want to test it out. I feel like, you know, you have it. I got a couple people that have it now.
Yeah.
And like how I always say that the only other helmet that I like besides the Pista is the R10. You know, it's the more comfortable one. So maybe I'll get one. I'll have it as more of my daily, even though this is my daily. You know, daily for the daily, just like the bikes. Let's get it. Yeah, it's like almost 10 p.m. We were here for a few hours, met up with some people here, talking business and all that, but we're finally done. A few exciting things, also like potentially hosting a meet sometime soon. Talk to him, of course, about selling this too. It's like I told you guys, I'm gonna talk to Victor first, and then after that, if we don't do a trade with Victor and Moto Club LA, then I'll just have her for sale here. I love this thing, man. Drop a like, man, so I can keep this bike. Maybe. I mean, Or don't. It's a win-win for me because if I don't numbers, the cold starts, then I get to save about $30,000, which is about like $25,000-$30,000. So that's a lot of extra money that has to come out for me to get the Extrenta. It's very cold out right now, so cold tires, cold streets. Take it easy and warm up the bike. Oh, what is that dip? It's dark and you can't see nothing. Yeah, I was saying we'll probably be hosting a meet sometime soon with Molly Morris Sports. This is their new shop, so we're gonna have a lot more room and all that, and we'll do a little reveal of a project that we've been working on too. So that'll be exciting. And also I haven't hosted a meet in, I think, well, technically I hosted one for my Super Veloce, but it was very like last minute and all the way in LA. So a little different, but the last meet I hosted before that was my H2R one, which was literally pretty much about a year ago. I only hosted 2 meets last year. One for the, well, it's not really for the H2R, it was my 1 million subscriber meet. It's so cold out here. Yeah, I hit my 1 million subscriber meet, which was about a year ago. And then after that, I hosted the one with Super Veloce, picking her up, which was end of last year, I think in October or so. So we're due for another one. So yeah, within probably, I would say, like a month or so, hopefully we'll be hosting another meet, maybe even less. So if you're watching the video, now you know. I think I yapped enough in this video. You guys are probably sick of it, so I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna do a little bit more riding if you guys, you know, want to add some fun bits here and there in the video for you guys. But besides that, hope you guys enjoy this video. We still have the Fireblade for now, but this is kind of the official video where, you know, I tell you guys my plans that she is gonna be sold unless this video hits 15,000 likes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like, subscribe, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, road safe. Oh man, I lost them, but we'll get to say bye. Well, hope they make it back safe.